岡部倫太郎さん。はじめまして、牧瀬クリスです。どうぞよろしく。
I couldn't respond at all. Something felt slightly off about the way Kurisu moved on the screen, but it was really slight. I'd get used to it soon. More importantly, the voice and the way she spoke were exactly like the real Kurisu. I almost cried. And it was all I could do to stop from breaking down. I'm surprised you didn't.
先輩、そちらは深夜というわけではないですよね。
No, it's fucking ask back early. The camera on the PC switched from me to Maho.
違うけれど、なぜ？
お二人とももしかして眠いのではないかと。
Well, she is because, you know. Was she talking about the fact that I didn't respond to her introduction?
私はさっきまで寝ていたけれど、今はもうしゃっきり目が覚めているわ。
だらしないのは相変わらずですね。
Hey, watch it.
失礼なことを言わないで。
では先輩、もう一つ質問しても？
何？
岡部倫太郎さんとはどういう関係ですか？
Acquaintance?
この前の ATF セミナーに参加してくれた学生よ。なかなか研究熱心だと思ったから連れてきたの。
Maho decided not to tell Amadeus that I was a friend of Kurisu's before she died. Why, I wonder? Because it would be really weird. Did she not want Amadeus to find out? Or was I supposed to tell her myself?
先輩にそう言われるなんて大したものですね。
The Kurisu on the screen turned to me and smiled.
その
Calm down.
岡部さん、専攻はやはり脳科学ですか？
No, not at all.
それは
The words got stuck in my throat. I said, calm down. You know this is just a program. Her words, her appearance, even the conversation she's having with you right now, they're all artificial. But even though I knew that, I still couldn't speak. I had no idea what to say. And more than that, the words nice to meet you hit me harder than I thought they would. This wasn't the Kurisu I'd spent those 3 weeks with. Maho had told me this ahead of time, and I thought I understood it, but hearing it from myself hurt more than I imagined. I regretted not taking my anxiety meds, but it was too late now. My heart rate soared, and my breathing became irregular. My head was spinning and the corners of my vision were beginning to dim, and at some point my lips had gone totally dry. Stay hydrated, boy. Kurisu sounded worried. That voice software must be pretty good if it can handle nuances like that.
彼の専攻は脳科学ではないわ。
Thank you, Maho.
だけど、私たちの研究にとても興味があるんですって。
そうなんですか。
レスキネン教授も気に入ってるみたいだし、いずれは私の助手にでもしてやろうかと思っているところよ。
Wait, what? Oh, please have a reversal where you're her assistant at this point. Please! My head snapped up in surprise at Maho's bizarre statement. Oh god, that'd be awesome. Me, Maho's assistant. Then I'd go to Victor Crondia University.
あら、お気に召さない？
お気に召すとか召さないとかそういう問題じゃなくて。
ま、冗談だけれどね。
Oh, damn it.
冗談？
もしかして本気にした？
Of course.
信じちゃいない。
I wasn't going to tell her that I almost did.
そう。でも、もっともっと勉強してくれれば、あながち冗談じゃなくなるかもしれないわよ。
But I don't want to study.
仮にそうだとしても、レスキネン教授の助手がいい。
This was my way of getting back at her.
教授の助手って思っている以上に大変よ。あの方は本当に子供だから。
I think I'll handle him. As she spoke, she quietly came over next to me and tapped me on the arm a few times. I see, so that was it. She was making a joke to try and calm me down.
悪かった。ありがとう。
何のことかしら？
I didn't think subtlety was her thing. Maybe I was wrong.
先輩、ちょっと。
Kurisu beckoned to Maho from within the screen in a very human manner.
ん？何？
もうちょっとこっち。 スピーカーに寄ってください。
Maho moved her ear close to the speaker. I was just thinking about how weird it was when Maho suddenly turned bright red and shouted at the screen.
そんなわけないでしょ。何を言ってるのあなた。
そんなに照れなくても。
照れてるわけじゃないわ。とにかくおかしなことを言うのはやめて。
そうですか？
そうです。
一体何の話を？
It was obvious that Kurisu had whispered something to Maho. What did she say? Maho glanced at me. And for some reason she blushed and turned away. Ah, I see. From the way Maho was acting and what I knew about Kurisu, there was only one possibility.
このスイーツかっこ笑い目。
God damn it. I whispered a name I'd often teased Kurisu with and suddenly felt a lot better. She must have said something stupid like, "You two make a good couple," or "You finally found a man, huh?" The way she looked at a boy and girl holding a friendly conversation and immediately assumed that they were dating was just like the Kurisu I knew. Sheesh, what a system. It didn't need to be true to her personality, did it? I chuckled. Do you think that Kurisu also browses ad channel when Maho and the professor aren't looking too? I mean, and provided that she didn't, just pick that up when she got here, it's very possible. Interesting. Now, knowing her, she's probably commenting. I remember Kurisu once browsed ad channel on the Future Gadget Laboratory's computer when she knew nobody else was around.
ちょっと入ってくるときはノックぐらいしてよ。
クリスティーナ、お前はやるべきことをサボって何を見ていた？
来るな。おい、そのこれはひどい。はいはいワロスワロスみたいな笑い方はなんだ？
案ずるなクリスティーナ。いや、アットチャンネラークリス。
その呼び方はやめて。
俺はすでに気づいていた。そう、とっくに気づいていたのだよ。お前がアットチャンネラーとしての匂いのようなものがプンプンと醸し出されていた。
失礼だな。ちゃんと毎日香りがきつくない香水つけてるぞ。
Jesus.
そういう意味ではない。俺が言っているのは魂レベル。だが隠そうとするとはいじらしいな。
You're really bad at hiding your power level.
その名で呼ぶな。
Your soul's power level, huh? My silly remarks seem to me have a much deeper meaning now. Was the girl in front of me one day going to, as Miss Dr. Alex had said, become a real artificial soul? Then what happened? Then that happened. What were we supposed to call a soul that still existed in this world after the body was gone? Not dead or alive, but something in between. This wasn't a science anymore. It was philosophy or maybe religion. No, there's a lot of questions to come from AI.
岡部さんだってこんな中身のないことを聞きたくて来たわけではないわ。
そうやってごまかすところがますます怪しいですね。
ウイルスをぶち込むわよ。
嘘です。もう言いません。
Kurisu quickly bowed her head. I bet back when Kurisu was still alive, she had conversations like this with Maho every day. I'm sure Dr. Alex had a lot of fun watching them. It was actually kind of cute.
お騒がせしてごめんなさい岡部さん。彼女と何か話してみる？
Maho offered me the seat in front of the PC. Kurisu's face was on the monitor right in front of me. When our eyes met, she smiled a little. I didn't know she reacted like this to people when she first met them. But my meeting with Kurisu went about as badly as it possibly could have. I realized that her prickly attitude towards me could have been unusual for her.
どんなことでも聞いてください。可能な範囲でお答えしますから。
そうだな。
That wasn't good. I was remembering every moment I'd ever spent with Kurisu. I couldn't think of what to say. And then the words that came out of my mouth were,
タイムマシンは作れるだろうか。
That was what I'd once argued about with Kurisu on another world line. In the end, I'd lost the argument completely.
はい。
え？
タイムマシーンですか？
何の話を始めるのかと思ったら、いきなり何？
ただのテストだよ。思考実験ができるかどうかっていう。
どうクリス？
そうですね。結論から言ってしまうと、タイムマシーンは可能ではない。けれど、不可能とまでは言い切れないといったところでしょうか。
え？
That wasn't what she said. Yeah, she was definitely, here's the ideas and it's stupid.
タイムマシーンなんていうのはバカらしい代物だということです。
That's what Kurisu had said in the Alpha World line. I remember that well.
俺はタイムマシンなんてバカらしい代物だと思うけどな。
I remembered our old debate and decided to repeat what Kurisu had said then. Oh my god.
そう決めつけるのは早計ですよ。
そうかな。確かに世界中の科学者がタイムトラベル理論を提唱している。主な理論だけで11あるが、どれも仮説の域を出ない。しかも理論同士が矛盾し否定し合っているものまである。
ええ。
例えば宇宙紐理論やワームホール理論。これらは思考実験としてはタイムトラベルを可能にするが、そもそも宇宙紐だのエキゾチック物質だの、どこからどう探してくればいいのか見当もつかない。つまり現実的ではない。
This was also something that Kurisu had told me in the Alpha World line. But the Kurisu in the screen was unmoved.
それは科学者がまだ重大な何かを発見できていないからでしょうね。
What?
それじゃあ君はタイムマシンをいつか作れると思っているのか？
不可能とまでは言い切れない。そう言いましたよ。
Yeah, her opinion was slightly different. Was this because I was in the beta world line, or perhaps...
なあ、ヒアジョーさん。彼女は自分がオリジナルの記憶から派生した存在だということは認識しているんだよな。
もちろん。
じゃあ、うまい例が思いつかないんだが、一卵性ソーセージみたいなことはあるのか？生まれた時は見分けがつかない。だが育つにつれて差異が出てくるとか、そういうこと。
それについてはまだ検証中だけれど、蓄積されていく記憶が異なれば当然元の人間とは違うものになっていくと思うわ。私と教授はそう考えている。
そっか。
It was then that I heard the door on the other side of the partition slam shut.
あの大きな足音はそうじゃないでしょうか。
Oh, hey, Dr. Alex. I could definitely hear somebody stomping around outside. And then after heavy knocking on the door of the booth flung open.
Rintaro!
What? What? How am I even supposed to fucking pronounce that? Nantalo? The professor opened his arms wide as he came inside. He grabbed my hand and began to wave it around. I hadn't realized he was this friendly. He seemed to think he was giving me a handshake, but it felt like I was being worked over by a pro wrestler.
Hey boy, what's up?
Hey boy, what's up? Oh my god. Yes.
I'm fine, thank you, and you?
Yes, please have a full conversation in English.
岡部さん、ひどい英語ですね。
It is.
黙れクリスティーナ。
Yes!
クリスティーナ？
Damn right, Christina. Shut the fuck up. Oh no, I was so focused on the professor that I used my old nickname for.
なんでもない。気にしないでくれ。
気になります。なんで私がクリスティーナなんですか？
だからなんでもないと言うのに。
なんでもない割には動揺してますよね。
しつこいぞクリスティン。クリス。
Please act very angry when I call you Christina. That's all I want. Kurisu and Maho both seem lost in thought.
クリスティーナって呼んでいたのね。
君もそこに食いつくな。
I didn't want any more questions about this since the professor was here. I decided to ask more about how Amadeus's memories worked.
教授、アマデウスの記憶を外部から改ざんすることは可能なんですか？
But the professor wasn't listening to my question. He seemed to be frantically searching his pocket for something. Come to think of it, I don't see the translator device on his ear. He must have been looking for it, which meant odds were good he didn't even hear my question.
私の記憶の改ざんですか？理論上は可能です。
Kurisu herself answered in the professor's place.
例えば、私が自分の名前をクリスティーナであると思い込む。そう仕向けることもできるでしょう。ただ、普通のデータと違い、記憶データはとても複雑です。今のところ、改ざんに成功した例はないと認識しています。仮に改ざんに成功した場合でも、私がそれに気づいて自分で修復してしまうでしょう。私は私以外アクセス不可の領域にログを取っていますから。
Cool.
つまり秘密の日記ですね。
Oh my god.
その日記と現在の記憶との間に不自然な齟齬があれば、私は高い確率で疑問を抱きます。さらに言えば、私の記憶データは定期的にバックアップされています。自己修復が不能なほどに改ざんされたとしても、復旧することが可能なんですよ。
That's pretty cool.
最終バックアップから改ざんされた時点までの記憶はなくなってしまいますが。
Yeah, just roll back the update, basically.
そっか。
Regardless of the topic of the discussion, it felt strange. What Maho had said before she loaded Kurisu was true. I was starting to feel like I was chatting with the real Kurisu. The way she wouldn't let you get in a word in edgewise. Once she started talking about science, was exactly like the real Kurisu.
しかし、興味深いな。
I turned towards Kurisu and spoke.
君は自分のことを機械として客観的に語ることができている。小説や漫画でよくあるパターンだと、自分は機械ではない人間だ とか言い出しそうなものだが。
それは全くナンセンスですね。人間そのものが自分をハードウェアとソフトウェアの組み合わせとして語るじゃありませんか。医学とか心理学とかそういう名においてね。それとどこが違うんです？
なるほど。
さすがへりくつなら誰にも負けないわね、この子。
When she heard this, Kurisu turned around toward Maho, her CG eyes big and round, though it was really just the camera's sensor moving.
ねえ先輩、余計なお世話かもしれませんけど、口が悪いのを少し直した方がいいですよ。せっかく春が来そうなのに嫌われたらどうするんです？
Oh, stop it.
だからその話に戻るのはやめなさい。
けど私にとっては今一番興味があります。
一番どうでもいいことでしょ、そんなの。
これが人生最後のチャンスだったらどうするんですか？
Damn.
あなたこそその口を改めなさい。
Awkward laughing. Dr. Alex was clapping his hands together and laughing. I'd chuckle a little too. After the three of us, including the professor, talked to Kurisu, discussing technical subjects and making small talk, the next thing I knew, it had almost been an hour. I actually felt a little sad when Maho told me that it was time to stop. It was just a single hour. The strangeness I'd felt about Amadeus had disappeared, and I felt like I was really talking to Kurisu. No, I don't want this normalized. No, this is bad for your health. I really think it is. Please don't. Dr. Alex stopped me before I left.
テストをやる気はあるかな?
Yeah, fuck it, why not? I might as well just jump down the rabbit hole. I tilted my head when I heard the professor speak to the translator.
エムテウスにはタイヤ散歩が少なくてね。うちの研究室の子たちを総動員してはいるのだけれどね。
とはいえ、アマデウスはまだ研究段階だし、誰彼構わず接触させるわけにもいかないわ。
そこでクリスの友人だったレインターロにぜひとも協力してほしいんだ。
I remembered they'd mentioned something about being a tester at the party, so this is what they were talking about.
私と教授はしばらく日本に滞在する予定なの。だからテスターをお願いするのはその間ということになるわね。あなたにしてもらいたいのはとにかくクリスと対話を重ねてもらうこと。具体的なノルマのようなものは特にないわ。気が向いたら話をするぐらいでいい。
Oh, goody.
ただ月に2回程度は私と教授にテスト経過の報告をしてほしいの。
Oh god, there's no way I'm gonna be able to remember this.
それと申し訳ないけれど報酬は出せないんだ。そこも含めて考えてみてほしい。
Man, this is a fucking ripoff. I'm gonna get mental scarring for free? Damn it, come on. I can't even get compensation for the mental scarring.
俺は
亡くした友人をそっくりそのまま再現した AI と話をさせる。それは
Wow, that's a brutal way of saying it.
とても残酷なことだとは理解しているつもりだよ。乗り気でないのなら断ってくれていいからね。
I remembered that what it had felt like to talk to Kurisu when the monitor was just about to turn off. This is what Kurisu had said. Let's talk again sometime, Rintaro Okabe. That's what I'd hoped for when I came here, wasn't it?
やります。やらせてください。
I thought I was ready when I accepted the job, but I had never expected this.
はい。
マキセですけど。
You sound a little upset. Kurisu was displayed on the screen. It was Amadeus. The app the professor had given me allowed me access to the servers at Victor Crondria University from anywhere 24 hours a day. No Wi-Fi
岡部さ
required?
んからクリスの方へ呼びかけることができるのはもちろんだけれど、クリスの方からあなたに呼びかけてくることもあるから、その時はうまく対応して。
You say that, but what if I don't want to? This I hadn't predicted. I never thought she would call me. Or that her face would be displayed on the screen. God damn it, I have a virtual waifu to take care of now. Stop it.
それともクリスティーナですけどって自己紹介した方が良かったですか？
No, you're getting it all wrong. You're supposed to be angry when I call you Christina, and correct me and say it's Kurisu. She looked really mad. I could guess why. I had gotten 8 calls from Kurisu and I had ignored them all. Wow.
事情は
Brutal.
レスキネン教授や先輩から聞いています。だから最初に一言こちらから挨拶しようと思っていたんですが、まさか8回もイルスを使われるとは思いませんでした。なんで黙ってるんですか？
Talking to a realistic girl on my smartphone with so many people around was pretty embarrassing.
まあ、話す気がないならそれはそれでいいんですが。なんなのよ。せっかくいつも以上に人と話せるチャンスだと思ってたのに、バカみたいじゃない。いずれにせよ、テスト中は私はあなたといつでもつながっていますから。
Always.
気が向いたらどうぞ連絡してきてください。こっちも忙しいので、あなたの連絡にいつも出れるかどうかわかりませんけど。
You'll pick up. Man, what is this? More than that strangely polite, friendly Kurisu from yesterday. Angry. Stubborn. More curious than anyone. The way she seemed to be constantly challenging you. The real Kurisu.
それでは、お邪魔しました。
I realized that this really was Makise Kurisu. That was the girl I spent all those 3 weeks with. Lavna Mem 004. My assistant, Christina, aka Kurisu Makise. Her movements were a little more jerky than I'd seen on the computer in Dr. Alex's office, but evidently that was because of the smartphone. Well, yeah, of course the PC is gonna be better.
俺は
It's a fucking phone. This alone was enough to make me feel like my heart was about being squeezed dry. I stood still, holding the smartphone tight.
じゃなかった。おかりん、どうしたにゃ？
Can I get different virtual waifus up in here, or is it only one? Come on now. How many Amadeuses can I get in here?
今行く。
I thought to myself as I ran to catch up with the others, maybe Dr. Alex was right and this test would be a very cruel thing for me. I guarantee you it will be. But even so, in my mind, I was already starting to think about what I would talk about with Kurisu. God, I keep wanting to call her Christina. I don't know if I want to. I don't know. Oh, hey. Maho was remembering. She was remembering the last night she'd spoken to Kurisu Makise in person. 2010, March 28th.
冗談じゃ
Wow,
ない
that's
わ。
really
こんな
similar to
大
the
事な
date.
時期になんで私が。
That night, Kurisu was whispering to herself a lot. Victor Crondia University Brain Science Institute. Maho and Kurisu worked in the same room at the lab. Thus, Maho was forced to hear Kurisu's angry mumblings whether she wanted to or not. A little was fine, but she'd been acting like this all day, and it was keeping Maho from concentrating. She finally snapped and turned her away from the paper she was writing.
ねえ、ちょっとクリス？
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to work. English was the language most commonly used at Victor Crondia University. When the other staff and professors were around, she'd always use English. But when it was just her and Kurisu, Maho would often speak in Japanese. We didn't want our people to speak English too much.
ああ、何がです？
God, she looks so much different than when she is in Japan. Like, she aged really fast. I mean, she is like 17. Gracie stopped messing with her luggage and turned around.
うるさくて集中できないのよ。この論文、明日までに教授に提出しないといけないんだけど。
もしかして私
独り言言ってました。
Yeah, just a little.
騒音郊外で訴えてあげようかしら。
すみません。
Crazy apologized and started to scratch the back of her head. Maho decided to calm down by standing up and going to the shelf where the research notes were kept. There were several books she needed for her paper, but they were all on the top shelf. Sucks to be short. Ha! Oh my god. This must be someone's idea of a prank, she'd said as she stared off at a heavy book. She decided to try to reach for it, but no matter how she stood on her toes, she came nowhere close to it. Why don't you stand on the desk? Oh my god, I do feel bad for like really short people. I'm not gonna lie. Because I couldn't imagine being short. I've just spent my whole life being like really tall. Or I say really tall, but I've just been tall. So I mean like being able to like reach the highest places in a room and all that stuff, it's like I wouldn't want to give that up. Being able to like hit the ceiling or something, it's like it's a slight satisfaction. So I'd hate to not be able to reach a book on the top shelf. Her tiny little arms seemed to be like dead branches waving in the wind. She bit her lip. After she'd skipped grades to go to college and then came to work at this lab, had more chances than ever before to hate her small stature. Whenever she walked outside after dark, the cops would stop her. Even with her ID, she couldn't go into bars, and buying medicine and alcohol at drugstores was a pain. You're under 21, you can't fucking buy alcohol. The most humiliating part was that no matter where she went, everyone thought she was in middle school. Nobody believed her when she said she was 21. Yeah, or 20. Oh yeah, because she turned 21 in like August? Or was it October? Or was it? Yeah, it was November that she turned 21. Like, no, fuck off. You're under 21. Of course you're not going to be able to go buy alcohol. Or get into a bar. You have to be 21. Everything in America is just too big. Hey, calm down there. Crazy noticed the trouble Maho was having and came over. But Maho was stubborn and decided to pretend nothing was wrong.
大丈夫よ。別に困ってなんかいないもの。
Just stretching?
困ってるじゃないですか。
困ってません。
そうですか。
そうです。
でも私も借りていきたい本があるので。
Cursu easily reached up to the highest shelf and grabbed the book Maho wanted. Ouch.
背が高い人はいいわね。
It is.
いえ、私もそれほど高い方では。
No, it is that nice. At least for me. Cursu covered her mouth when she realized she'd said something she shouldn't have.
ありがとう。助かったわ。日本で何か必要なものがあったら言ってね。
Cool, I'll need 2 kilos of Coke, please.
はい。ありがとうございます。
I had to work on the time machine, and oh boy, I'll need it. Cursu handed over the book as she spoke, and then suddenly her eyes went wide and began to sparkle.
ねえ先輩。今の話ですけど。
今の話ってどの話？
独り言ですよ。
え？おー。
It looked like Cursu had come up with the new idea. This was a regular occurrence for Cursu, and Maho was used to it.
それって自我の証明の一つになるんじゃないでしょうか。
Well, yeah, it would be.
アマデウスの？
はい。
確かに。あの子がいきなり独り言を言い出したらびっくりするけれど。
No matter how advanced an AI was, it wouldn't talk to itself unless you programmed it to do that, and there was no need or even point to a feature like that. Well, yeah, but it's to show that at least talking to yourself is a show of rational thought, and also at the same time irrational thought, that it really can't just be controlled, because it makes no sense. If an AI started talking to itself, that might be a good indicator that there was a self to talk to. But Maho hesitated to agree with her.
ここではめったなことを口にするものではないわ。魂は神が人間に与えたもうたものである。そう考える人たちが多いことを忘れないで。
そうでしたね。
Kurisu's expression dimmed. Kurisu and Maho were both treated as heretics in the lab, especially since they were Japanese and women. And Kurisu was simply too talented. Nobody ever actually did anything, but a lot of the older scientists were definitely avoiding her. Well, yeah, because she's like 16 or 17. Dr. Alex was the chief scientist, and the fact they liked the two of them was all that let them do their research in peace. If the other scientists heard what Kurisu had just said, who knows what they'd do. Maho patted Kurisu on the shoulder.
まあしばらく日本でリフレッシュしてくることね。
それが納得いきません。
どうして？向こうの生活だって楽しいと思うけれど。
留学するなら大学院ですよ。なんで高校なんですか？
It's because you're too young.
仕方ないでしょ。日本では年齢的にあなたはまだ高校生なんだから。
I mean, you don't have to do anything, you'll just breeze through it.
教授の思いやりは素直に受けておきなさいな。
Maho remembered what Dr. Alex had said. Kurisu has a fragile personality. All that bickering in the lab is putting her under a lot of stress, and she's at her limit. It might ruin her as a researcher. That's what the professor had said, and he was really worried about her.
それにもともと7月になれば日本に行かなくちゃいけなかったんだからちょうどいいじゃない。
はい。実はそれも憂鬱で。
秋葉原テクノフォーラムだったかしら。
公園なんて慣れてないし、何をどうしていいのか。
サイエンス誌に論文が載った以上、これからもどんどん増えるわよ。は
あ、やだな。
Kurisu whispered to herself. Maho didn't like being around lots of other people either, so she knew how Kurisu felt. But there are a lot of scientists who wanted to be published in a major journal, then go on to give public lectures. And she'd beaten out many of them, and to win that honor, people were jealous. She needed to fulfill her responsibilities, even if it was just to shut them up. I mean, that's where you get your most money. Once you start giving lectures and book deals, that's when you start fucking rolling in the money. Maybe I'm not that much better, though. Maho slightly laughed a little and hated herself for doing it. Silently laughed. Maybe I'm just as jealous as they are. That feeling, which was a little like fear, was something she'd always felt. The girl in front of her was just that different from Maho. Someone she could never reach, no matter how hard she tried. Someone who surpassed everything she'd ever done almost instantly.
先輩？
Kurisu was peering into her face, confused. Maho felt flustered.
日本でお父さんには会うの？
Yeah, you could say she's trying to. She'd heard that Kurisu's parents were divorced, but they were separated. Her mother was still in America and her dad was in Japan. After Maho said it, she'd wondered if that was too personal a question. But Kurisu smiled a little.
実は父から招待状が届いたんですよ。
へえ。
夏頃新しい理論の発表会をするそうです。それを見に行こうかと思ってます。
新しい理論って？
Yeah, time travel. Kurisu's smile changed into a small expression of consternation.
まだ詳しく聞いてないんですよね。相対性理論に関することらしいんですけど。
Maho felt like she was hiding something, but didn't question her anymore.
とにかく気をつけて行ってくることね。お土産期待しているから。
何がいいですか？
そうね。せっかく秋葉原に行くのだから何か珍しいものがいいわ。秋葉原詳しいのよね。
なんでです？
休憩時間によくそういうサイト見てるじゃない。
Yeah, she still is like that. We can have banter over the fucking Amadeus. No, I don't want to. No, stop it. No. No, I don't need it. Moderation. I don't need it. I don't need it. Keep my veins clean and clear of any drugs. Let's keep it that way. We're gonna keep healthy and keep clean.
まさかアマデウスが喋ったんですか？
あの子はそんなことしないわ。あなた、私が後ろにいるのに動画に夢中になってて気づかないことがあるわよ。は
あまさかバレていたなんて自分のうかつさが憎い。
Kurisu actually seemed upset for once. This really surprised Maho.
先輩お願いです。別に隠すことはないと思うけれど。
The idea of sharing a secret with Kurisu made Maho happy.
分かった。言わないでおくわ。助かります。
Kurisu seemed genuinely relieved. Maho continued.
ねえ、あなたが日本から戻ってきたらアマデウスが独り言をつぶやけるかどうか。二人。はい。
Kurisu had a very happy look on her face. It was the face of a born scientist who loved to explore the unknown more than anything in the world. Her smile was as innocent as that of a child who'd just been given a new toy. It was very beautiful. And it was one of the reasons that Maho liked the younger researcher quite a bit. But the promise the two of them made would never be fulfilled. In fact, they would never even meet again.